Hey, what's up guys, it's Mr. Roark again. So listen, I know you're probably thinking right out of the gate, this guy's wearing the same clothes in this unit that he was wearing in the last unit. That's true, but I'm actually doing a lot of these on the same day, and so I do change my clothes, I do, shower and everything like that, so most of the time. So anyways, what I wanted to do really quick was I wanted to show you guys how to find the volume of a rectangular prism. And again, as always, if you guys have any questions, you guys can always scan the QR code that is on the right-hand side of this particular foldout. There's really only one thing we've got to learn the volume of, and it's the rectangular prism. So this one should be pretty easy. And so I want to introduce to you guys, though, what we call Big Mama or Baby Mama. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. Alright, so we've got the volume of a rectangular prism. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a rectangular prism really quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a new part of the formula, okay? So here is our prism. And one thing I'm going to try to do on a lot of the stuff that we do in my class is this. I'm going to shade in the bottom part, or what represents the bottom of this prism. So you see it down here that's shaded in. Now, the formula we're going to use is V is volume, area of the B, area of the bottom, times the height. Now you're probably saying, Mr. Roark, that B is obnoxiously big, and it is, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Now, for this problem, let's go ahead and I want to take a look at the foldout that we have here. The foldout on this one, you guys have a base of 9 feet by 8 feet, and you also have a height of, in this case, 17 feet, okay? Now, there are two questions you always want to ask yourself when you're solving this problem. Question 1, you want to ask, what is the height? Okay? Question 2, what is the shape of the bottom? Okay? So, what is the height is the first question. What is the shape of the bottom? That's your second question. When we look at this rectangular prism, the first question I want to ask is what's the height? And I can see that height, how tall this is, it is 17 feet tall. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go over here to where I have H, my height. I'm going to draw an arrow that goes down here. And I'm just going to put 17 feet for right there. Okay? Now, once I've used that 17 feet, I don't need this anymore. I'm all done. Okay? My second question is what is the shape of the bottom? When I look at the bottom that's shaded in down here, I can tell that it's a rectangle. And many of you guys are probably looking at that shape thinking, well, it could be a square too. It's actually not a square, because if it were a square, this would be 9 and 9, or 8 and 8. Okay? For it to be a square, you have to have 4 congruent sides, which means they're all the same. Okay? Since we have 9 feet by 8 feet, I know that the bottom is a rectangle. Like we learned in the last unit, the formula for the area of a rectangle, you have A equals base times height, or in this case, A equals 9 times 8. Okay? 9 times 8 gives us an answer of 72, and that is what we're going to multiply by our height of 17. Okay? So if I multiply 72 times 17, I'm going to get an answer. My volume is going to be 1,224. Right. And that's going to be in feet, here's a change, feet cubed. Okay? Now we're using a 3. The reason we use this 3 is because when we talk about volume, we're talking about filling something up. How much water, sand, oil, ranch salad dressing do I need to fill up this entire rectangular cylinder? Okay? When we measure surface area, we measure in units squared with a cube, with a 2. All right? And that means just covering. How much do I need to cover the shape? Now I want to know if I take a pitcher of water, or like I said, anything else, and I start dumping water in here, how much will it take? And we measure that by units cubed, okay? And literally what this means, 1,224 feet cubed, is that if I had a bunch of cubes that were 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, I would need 1,224 of those to fill up this rectangular prism. Alright? If you guys have any questions, you guys know you can always find me in room 12. Or if I'm gone or you're gone, you can always scan the QR code on this foldout and find it. Thanks, guys.